Okay, what's up? We back. This is a little different than the other interviews because this is my fan band right here, my famo. What you about to get right now is one of the best rappers, definitely the leading fashionista out of Los Angeles, California. Represent Houston, Texas, represent Leimert Park, and lately putting a smash down on New York. We'll try to give it up to the talented Raven Sorvino. Great. And we downtown right now on Spring and 7th. We hit the buses and traffic. The first thing I want you to do, it is lit. Tell the people what Raven Sorvino is doing, what you got popping, and really what's going on with your career right now.
As you know, I'm a female rapper, also an artist, also an actor slash model slash director slash writer slash producer. I do everything. Jack of trades, all trades. Now I'm working on this EP right now with my dude Active, 19-year-old kid out of Long Beach, and it's crazy. It's something new that I don't think that you guys experienced sonically before with any of my projects. It's called Lifestyle. We're looking to drop it sometime December 2014, and I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I'm messing with different flow patterns. It's way different from anything that you've heard me do in the past. I mean, the topics are still the same. Because I'm a player and I'm always keeping a player, you know that. But I'm saying just different melodies, different flow patterns, different cadence. I'm messing around with different stuff like that. Just having fun, man. Just having a good time. Going in the studio. Linda, I'm actually in a big studio now. I used to, all my last records, I recorded them in my house in Leimert Park. So now I'm in that big boy studio, so I'm really catching the vibe off of that. And just really, just like I said, just going in and having a really good time.
And shout out to Mickey over at Treacherous. You know, he's going in with the project with us. And shout out to my partner, Picasso, manages Raven. If you don't know, I manage Raven too. So this is some real organic, homegrown stuff. So I really call, you know, she's a boss, you know, player, boss lady, however you want to put it out there. And I kind of want to get into that, Raven. What do you think separates you from a line? First of all, not even no female male shit, because you got that smashing on a lot of these dudes out here. What do you feel is the thing that separates you from the average rapper or person that's doing music in LA right now? Let's stay with LA first.
I think what separates me is I'm pretty much out here doing everything pretty much organically, and there's no major cosigns with me. I'm not on any major label. It's just me starting from Inspired to Paper Girl to Playa Del Rey to Queen of Hearts to now Lifestyle with no cosigns, progressing with my career pretty much on my own with my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, it's always been a female rapper would come out and she would have like a big dude co-sign her. Well, in my case, it's a little bit different. I mean, if someone does come along and the situation is right and it makes sense, I don't oppose to that. But I'm saying as of right now, that's not really what's going on with my career. It's really just my grind and me putting in all my hard work that's making people respect what I do. So I think that might be a little different from kind of what everybody else is doing. I mean, I'm not quite sure because I don't really try to focus on what everybody else is doing, but that's my situation, I would say.
Well, since you said that, because I know a lot of people do, how the industry is set up right now, we do have a lot of people that are co-sign and kind of find somebody else's way.
Right.
I think this gets into my next thing. You've been able to kind of work with corporations on your own. What I mean by that, Code 45, Mishka, Married to the Mob. How do you feel you've been able to work with these brands but still keep kind of everything authentic and organic? How has that been for you? Do you have like an end goal that you're doing, or is that something that you're in mind when you're working with these different companies?
Right, well, I think like the Code 45 thing, that's, like I said, that was organic. It was organic, it was of course like, I had a song called 40s and Strippers. We got with Mishka. We liked the idea, the concept of the song. We did a t-shirt collab. We decided to do a release party for it at this store in La Brea. Since it was 40s and strippers, I brought in the 40s. I got with TK. He got with Code 45. They loved the idea. They brought in all 40 ounces. And I was taking Coke 45 bags, paper bags, with Raven Servino on the other side, and I was giving them out to all the fans, and they would Instagram them, tag Coke 45, hashtag myself, and I think Coke 45 saw that, so they saw that I was putting in work for them and representing them, and it was like, well, why don't we put her in a commercial with Lil Debbie, with narrated by Snoop Dogg? So that's how that came about.
Now what about Married to the Mob?
Married to the Mob, I mean, you know, shout out to Married to the Mob. I think that they get it, you know, they get everything that Raven Servino represents, and it's similar to what their brand represents. In fact, it's the same shit. So when you see an artist that represents your brand, naturally you want to put those two together because it just makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I see a lot of things that are done, and just to me it seems forced, or it seems like it's just done for a
Like
check.
that artist is not really about that. And
Right.
how are you gonna put them with this brand? It doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, with them, they know I'm about it. They know I'm on that. You know, they know Raven she don't mess around. You know what I'm saying? She's doing that true business. So, and that's what Married to the Mob is about. Like, they got it edgy. It's not all like, you know, cupcake and it's not all that with their brand. You know, it's edgy. It's street. So, this makes sense. Like I said.
Makes sense. I guess the next thing I wanted to go into, as I said, you kind of represent a lot of different places. Of course, starting out in Houston and coming to LA. And recently, maybe for the last year, almost 2 years, setting up shop back and forth in New York. We're kind of having your finger on the pulse. You know, New York is the home of hip hop. You know, LA is like the home of street culture. We know that Houston is the home of the lean culture, the slow down, chopped and screwed. How do you feel all three of them places, first of all, influence what you're doing? And then how does Raven Servino kind of incorporate all three of those places into your music? Because I definitely see you on some other shit now, from traveling so much and doing it, the openness of the freedom in your music. I want your fans and maybe other rappers to kind of understand what you're going through right now, representing those places.
Right, well, first and foremost, it's very important that I represent Houston, which actually is Richmond, Texas. For those that don't know, Richmond, Texas is a very, very small town, Richmond, Williamsburg. This is probably about 20 miles out of Houston, and that's where I'm from. And also, I'm from California. What happened was my parents split. My dad lived in Texas, my mom lived in California. So I've always been back and forth. Like, Cali is my home. Texas is my home. So I have to make sure that I represent both of those because that's who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, like, Texas raised me and so did Cali raised me. They raised me too in the 60s. After I got like, 14 and up, this became like my home. So I spent more my older teenage to adult years here, and I spent from an infant to a teenager in Texas. So that's like half and half, you know what I'm saying? So I have to make sure that I represent both places. Now with the traveling, I guess this goes back to me being like studying theater and studying acting. I can adapt to any situation, and I can be probably in New York for 5 days, not even that, and I can talk just like New York. I can go to Chicago and in Chicago because I pay attention. And I can live their lifestyle just like that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is that simple. So naturally, if I'm spending half of my summer in New York, that is going to definitely influence my music. Because that's been my home, and I've grown accustomed to that lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that's going to influence my music.
Now,
that's how that works.
because you got all that, if you've been following the wave, or if you haven't been on the wave, Raven is like, outside of her music, one of the things that I like, as you can see from her stilo, what she got on today, she's pretty much the fashion goddess, you know what I mean? So you got to give it up to her. Like you got the Bay hat on. We just came from 3P, shout out to 3P, and you got to get a schedule, shout out to Bart, to even get up in there. They're not just going to let you, so if you think you're going to get this hat, you're not going to get this hat, just unless you get there, in the house. You're going to have to get in the house. So with that being said, what do you describe as your style? Because every time I show them pictures of Raven, I talk about Raven, immediately people gravitate towards the style. What do you feel is your style, even if it can't be defined? What do you makes you so keen on fashion?
I would just say, I think I just had an interview with somebody. This is natural, man. It's not something that I really have to really think about. It's just, I just wake up and I just get dressed. Or if I go shopping and I see something that catches my eye, boom, boom, I get it. Put it in my closet. It goes in my closet when I wake up one morning, or if I'm going out, want to do this or whatever, I gotta get dressed. Boom, I'm gonna take this. Boom, I'm gonna put it with that. Boom, I'm gonna match it with that. Maybe throw on the Versace. Everything's gonna go with the Rolex. You know what I'm saying? So it's just natural for me. I don't really think about it. It's just like put it on. It's like that. It's like that simple. Some people go in the closet and they're like, oh my God, what am I doing? I mean, I've had those days. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually had those days where it's time, like a certain situation, I might have to get like super dressed up. You know, I might have to do my super girly. I gotta put on some heels or whatever. Those days are a little bit more complicated for me, but like when I'm just like this, just easy. Just chill, relax.
So we got the fashion, we got the music. What do you now? You also did, for those who didn't know. Now a lot of y'all out there doing reality shows. You got Love and Hip Hop and all that. I think that's cool for certain people, but Raven's been able to kind of maintain her thing in the reality world with a more mainstream show. You know, most of y'all got to kind of do some monkey shit to get on. But I feel and I respect Raven because she went to one of the more mainstream things. She did Hell's Kitchen. Are you looking to do more reality TV? Is that something that you look to read? I know you are an actress, you went to school acting. Is that something you're trying to move into as well?
I would only do reality TV if they're going to give me my own show. And I have creative control over it. Like you said, I don't have to do no monkey shit for TV now. I'm a clown, naturally, like in the sense of I like to have fun. I don't really want to be like so serious and so uptight all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not really me. That's not my swag. But if I was to do a reality show, it'd be something really fun, man. Like it'd be really cool. It would be like based around like, you know, my lifestyle.
So it would have to be the Raven Sorvino show.
It would have to definitely be a Raven Sorvino show. I would do a reality show. But other than that, I prefer to do like everybody else, go to auditions, get a script, learn the script, study the character, become that person, lights, camera, action. You're on. You know what I'm saying? I would like to, like, you know, we like to, you know what I'm saying, Will Smith.
That's some big chops right there. Big chops. So I guess kind of taking everything full circle. What are we gonna look forward to in 2015? I know you said you got the project with Active, and the name of that is Lifestyle?
Lifestyle, yes. Lifestyle EP is coming.
And then you have your in-house crew, which is Woody and Jay Hyper. And do you have projects with them coming as well?
Yes, those are coming on 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, get ready.
Anything else you want to say to the people?
Stop. It's going to be a lot of visuals. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be on the road. That's for damn sure. I'm getting on the road. I'm going to tour. Mark my words. And I'm going to reach out to everybody in every city. I'm going across the country, overseas, every damn thing. That's going to be my plan. I'm putting it in the air. God, please make this happen. It is going to happen. Because that's what I love to do. I like to be in front of the crowd, and I want people to reach me. I want people to not just necessarily put in my CD or listen to me on iTunes. Like, I want them to see me live. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's the what's so mystique about me. That's the awe. So that's like the big thing about Raven Sorvino. That's the excitement. You know what I'm saying? Going to actually watch me live. So, yeah.
And all your social media so they can get in contact with you?
Raven Sorvino, everything from my Facebook, to my Instagram, to my Tumblr, all of that, Twitter, it's all Raven Sorvino, R-A